Thanks for joining into the SEN show on the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, produced in partnership with Skybound Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? I am the swaggy blerd Winston A Marhsall, and welcome to another edition of SEN Live. As a matter of fact, welcome to the 420 edition of SEN Live, bitches. Smoking blood, smoking bitches. What's good, yo? But real talk, happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us over on the new channel, the SEN Network, the networks. So happy to have you here. And you know, for the 420 season, I had to bring the crew, had to bring the top crew. So of course I got to first of all bring in the host from yesterday. I mean, you know, she fat fly. Apparently she was talking about a hot pocket. I didn't know about all that. I left the show 30 minutes early to get to work. I'm talking about Steph Sabraw. What was that about, Steph? All of a sudden Alex was like, you didn't get this reference, did you?
Listen, we were talking about what our superhero name would be and what that power would be. And I would want to be the hot pocket. I want to be flaming. And when I want to exert mass amount of flame, I like go into the splits and hot pocket.
Okay, that's amazing, especially when you consider hot pockets are molten lava when you take them out of the microwave. So that's
hot pocket.
You please tell me you have to say that after you catch the bad guys. That would be hilarious.
Every time, and like a Sailor Moon wink, like hot pocket. After I quote everyone with my vagina.
Well, I don't know if he has a superhero name that I missed when I left the show yesterday, but I do know that we found out that his superpower is the reciting Rakim lyrics. What's good, Mr. Brett Sheridan, bro?
I think I was Skype man because I just come in and I fuck everything up. But I did get added on Twitter a 14-minute video on how to fix it, and I got a minute into it, and it was like I was going, what? So I might need a video breakdown of that video to help me understand how to do it. But I think I figured some stuff out. I figured out how to get rid of that warm D.
The warm D. Oh no.
There's WARMD, and I think what it was the dock has this thing of recently opened apps, and it will keep those in there. And when I did that, my CPU stuff went down. Guys, we're going to talk about this a whole show until Schmoebot comes in. I'm going to talk about kernel tasks. I'm going to talk about Skype renderers, VDAC assist. Yeah.
Hey, I feel like a large number of the people in the actual show would actually be down with this. So I don't know. That might be a treat for them.
Oh, damn it.
Well, let me go ahead and introduce the rest of the crew before we continue on this very thrilling talk of kernels and programming. Mr. Alex Marzoña is in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, I believe my superhero name was Marzoña, where my superpower was I would turn into a yacht. So,
excuse me.
I'm proud of that.
Marzoña yacht.
You got hose on that yacht?
Got all the hose on the yacht.
In different area codes? Is that
all the ocean codes as well? Yeah.
Ooh.
All the ocean codes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
International water.
You dipping into the marine layer?
Mm-hmm. Marina Del Rey, let's go.
Hey, and finally, I gotta get in here and talk about the producer extraordinaire. His house ain't really put together yet, but that's okay. We understand. Brother moving is a bitch. As a matter of fact, I still got like 50 things to do in this apartment, and I've been here for almost 6 weeks. So, Mr. Malcolm, what's good, bro?
Yo, it's a big process. I have to head back to the old place today and clean up before the people that own the place show up tomorrow for the keys. I've got 2 junk cars that I need to get towed or scrapped for cash. Figuring that out today. I still haven't really slept since Monday.
Wonderful.
Damn, dude. I understand that. Like, if it makes you feel any better, I'm there with you on the not sleeping thing, where my cold has now moved into bronchitis, which is standard. It's
Ugh.
totally fine. That's something that's happened since I got when I got pneumonia back as a kid. They warned me because I had asthma, and they were like, "Hey, if you get a cold, you're pretty much gonna get bronchitis from now on." So I'm right there with you. I'm not gonna sleep for the next day or two, and then I'll be all good. I just gotta cough all the bullshit up. So you just gotta clean up. Like, I gotta clean up my lungs. You gotta clean up your old apartment, and then everything good. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be another day or two of bullshit, and then you good. So with that, y'all, that lovely tale of how my lungs are a dumpster fire, let's go ahead and talk about something that I am very excited to talk about. We talked about it a decent amount on the IG show, but let's get into it now, because now people in the news are like, what does this mean for Loki? What does this mean for the franchise? So, this is going to be the spoiler warning that you're going to get right now. Loki's only been out for about a day, this newest episode. We're going to spend some time talking about the mid-credit scene that happened. So if that's something that you don't want, put us on mute. Look away for, we'll say, probably about like 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. But there will be a spoiler alert on the screen, so you can easily see the spoiler alert on there. And when it disappears, you can come on back. So Malcolm, if you would so kind of throw that graphic up there, please. All right, and now Mr. Alex, go ahead and tee us up, sir.
All right, so yeah, here we go, spoilers. At the mid-credits scene of Loki episode 4, which aired yesterday, we got teases of a few new Lokis as Loki woke up after he was batoned and is not in hell, and we don't know where he is. So Winston, what do you think is going on here? What does it all mean? How we have 2 more episodes left. What do you think could happen here?
Well, as we were talking about, there's a couple of things. The first thing to notice, as soon as you look away from the Loki variants, you see in the corner a destroyed Avengers Tower. So that it's over kind of in the corner over there. So that's a big thing that's shown up. But you got 4 Lokis. You had Kid Loki. You had the OG Loki, like the classic ass, like goofy ass costume Loki played by Richard E. Grant. You had Alligator Loki, and then you had what's known as was credited as Boastful Loki, which was cool to see the actor that's playing him. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but to him to tweet out being like, "Yo, I'm so geeked to be in the MCU. What's good?" Like, I was like, "Yo, that would be a dope thing to be able to go out and tell the world about." So, again, Loki has been batoned. We were always told that being pruned was being erased from existence. And after that, that's it. But obviously, our Loki that we've been following, this variant throughout this show, appears in this random place with all these other Loki variants. So I think there's a couple things at work potentially. Either A, the theory that's been running around that Kang the Conqueror is involved, especially because Ravonna has been the head of the TVA or the main judge of the TVA this whole time. Either Kang the Conqueror is behind this. Either B, Lokis have been the main thing that have been pruned more than anything, because they did mention that that's the variants that they've been pruning the most. One Loki found out what was going on, similar to Sylvie, early on, and has decided, I'm genuinely going to be the evilest Loki of all Lokis, and I'm going to find a way to like bring us all together and make kind of a council of Lokis. Or C, the other theory that was kind of bouncing around in my mind was that because they're demigods, because of their, innate sorcery and all that kind of stuff, that maybe the Lokis are somehow immune to it, and instead of being killed, they end up in some other dimension. Those are some of the theories that I've seen bounce around, that Dwayne and I have talked about, things like that. But what about y'all? Steph, I defer to you first. Like, what do you think might be going on with Loki getting pruned and seeing all these other Loki variants?
I think, to be quite honest, I have really no fucking idea, which is kind of fun. We're watching it unfold, and I feel loco for Loki, you know what I mean? And I feel like it all comes back to that one quote where he asked, "Do you think what makes a Loki is the fact that we're destined to lose?" And he says, "No, we may lose sometimes painfully, but we don't die, we survive." So I think it's playing into one of your thoughts that we're getting like a council of Lokis that are taking all the pain of being a Loki and hopefully not becoming the Joker and using that to be an incel nation, but perhaps something greater. Because I do think it would be, for me, it would be good to see Loki take a lot of L's and come out a better person. I think that would be a really cool story to tell because that is a lot of people's lives.
I swear to fucking God,
yeah.
if Kevin Feige trolls is more after that mid-credits scene and disprove all those theories.
It's possible. It's very, very possible that's what's going on. Someone's asking what's a demigod versus a regular god. There's different definitions, but the reason why they keep referring to the Asgardians as demigods is that there are actual beings in the universe that are genuine gods that like completely nerf the Asgardians. So Asgardians are really less gods as they are aliens. It's that humans have worshipped them as gods is kind of the way to think about it. So that's why in this context they're referring to them as demigods.
Mm.
So
that comment is saying that hopefully none of these guesses are what is in the plan for Loki and that they want something random. Is that what they just said?
I was looking at the one that just asked what's a demigod versus a regular god.
Okay.
Just kind of the clarification there, but like there's so many, like obviously you have the Celestials, you have the one above all, you have so many different beings that are infinitely more powerful than Asgardians. And so that's why I'm assuming in the show and in the comics they have referred to Asgardians as demigods and not gods. But please continue, Steph.
So I guess I think it would be really powerful sentiment to have a bunch of different people who are all Loki variants who have kind of come from a life of loss. And sometimes for Loki, the Loki we know, it's caused by his own doings, but sometimes it is the cards that you were dealt. So I think I'm holding out hope, because I always love a happy ending, that the Loki variants are teaming up into some sort of team that is for the better, that's going to take down the time variants. Because if Loki's just catching on to the fact that the entire thing is a hack, they must have all figured that out because they're all in this purgatory zone.
Right. No, that makes sense. That was also something I saw thrown around that they were appearing in limbo. Brett, I mean, you told us that you would be in this conversation if you didn't, but you said that you caught up on the Loki episode. You saw the pruning happening. What are your ideas of what's going on with Loki right now?
Well, it's funny, I didn't even think to like go back and look at an image of it. I just kind of watched it for that split second.
Yeah.
And then you went breaking it down, and then I pulled up the image. I'm like, oh, there is something on his lap, So yeah, I didn't notice that, but now that you talk about it, it sounds really cool. I don't know what's going on. My question is there comic book? I know there's some comic book sources or whatever you would call it about this, but for this particular journey we're on, there's not necessarily a storyline in the comic books. There's all these different storylines, but this isn't following any sort of original storyline in comic books, correct?
There are connections, but there's nothing directly that we're like, this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like the various versions of Loki are a thing. So Kid Loki is definitely a thing. This classic Loki is definitely a thing. Alligator Loki is a thing, which goes with Throg, which is Frog Thor, which is pretty fun. So those are all a thing. The only one that I haven't found a reference to, if somebody has, you can let me know, is Boastful Loki. So the black dude that kind of people were confused and maybe thought he was kind of a Thor. Because if you notice in that image, he looks like he has a hammer reminiscent to Mjolnir. It looks a little different. So people thought maybe he was a...
Your shit.
Here we are, so we don't, there's,
Oh, I'm sorry. You froze for a second. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wait, that was so incredible to see the other side of that. Like, what happens when Brett freezes? I wish that went on a little longer so we could see Brett's actual at-home reaction. He's probably
I'm like, it's like, it's just bringing up this image. Is this gonna freeze my fucking computer? But no. Yes, Winston, you were saying, but I pulled it up, and yes. So what you're saying is the boastful Loki. It says that there is no precedent in the comics with boastful Loki, but his hammer is pretty cool, which may indicate that he's a worthy Loki variant.
Well, the most recent run of Thor becomes Galactus's herald. Galactus, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Brett, is a dude that's just a world eater. He just goes around eating worlds for nourishment, and he essentially will take somebody as like his right hand man, gives them the power cosmic, which is almost infinite power, more or less, and allows them to go scout out worlds to be like, yo, eat this world, dog. Now eat this world. Now eat this one, like et cetera, right? So when that happens, in order to prevent Loki, or in order to prevent Thor from having both his hammer and having all those powers as well as the power cosmic, the hammer gets sent to Jotunheim where that Loki is, and that Loki just picks up the hammer and kind of plays with it a little bit, and then like chills, you know? So there's a possibility that maybe this is a nod to that Loki that is worthy of holding Mjolnir, but we'll see.
Yes, Winston. Talk nerdy to us.
I like it.
Is Mobius coming back?
No, that's a good question. Now, did you see the tweet from our own Sabina Graves talking about the various the various variants of Mobius, which was like Lightning McQueen and Hansel from Zoolander, and his character from Steve Zazu? I was like, that's actually really funny.
That's funny.
Do that.
Yeah, because when he left, when he got I was like, what? Yeah. I just started falling in love. I liked him from the start because it's Owen Wilson, but I really started loving the connection between him and Loki, and I hope they can reconnect in this space.
Yeah, no. I would love to see that too, for sure. And who knows? Because that's the thing. We don't know if the pruning is if they're immune or they go to this space because they're Lokis, or if all people that are pruned actually end up in this space. We really don't know much because we got just a few seconds of this before, boom, here we are. So obviously we'll get more in this next episode. Alex, what are your prevailing theories just kind of looking at this, man?
I think the mid-credit scene really opens it up into more. I thought it would be super contained because this was our own kind of branch from the MCU in the first place. I thought it would be like Richard E. Grant would be playing the evil Loki, who was the main timekeeper or something.
Right.
And but at least now this opens up more possibilities. You know, this could be Kang behind everything, and we can get an introduction with Jonathan Majors already within the next few weeks, which would be pretty cool. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't show this mid-credit scene, just because the suspense of, oh wait, is this Loki is gone? Like, okay. That's fine. So let's spend an episode with Sylvie, who is Loki, and the name of the show is Loki. So it would make sense if it was just her, like on her doing her own thing. But I mean, I'm excited to see what they do here. I know we have like Vote Loki version coming up as well. So there's going to be so much more playing around with realities here. I feel like they're going to time jump a lot. Don't know how, since they don't have a temp pad or anything, but we'll see what happens. As far as Mobius goes, I think he will come back just because I think it was in the second episode where where he was in Ravona's office and had the cup, and then he noticed all the rings on the coffee table. That stuck out to me because they showed it.
Right.
And I think that's him, like other of his variants.
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
Yeah, other variants are doing that, so I think that's why he'll come back.
Yeah. I think so.
I agree with you, Alex. I was one of those. Winston's like, how many MCU movies have we seen, Steph, for you not to roll through the entire credits? Bitch, I put my mouse through the credits. I didn't see it. I missed it. So I spent the whole night thinking my man Loki was dead after I just started like really, really loving this guy. And so I think that could have been really powerful for them to open the next episode with that scene that we got. But MCU does what it does. And I think it actually helps in terms of money wise, because now everyone's talking about what this means for the MCU. So, but I have to say there was one part of I thought the episode was by far and away my favorite episode of the season, and one of my favorite episodes of MCU shows that we've gotten One part that I didn't love necessarily was how Loki got killed by or like zapped by Sylvie or
Ravonna.
what's her name? Yeah, Ravonna. Yeah, because they were just like she didn't really. I don't know. I felt like we all knew she wasn't actually dead. Like she just punched her and knocked her out. And then they were like having this moment of talking, and then it was so simple that she just did that. That was a little bit easy for me.
I kind of saw that coming too, and I think here it's essentially the whole double tap theory in Zombieland. It's like you gotta make sure they're dead. Like hit them one more time just to be sure.
Yeah.
So here would be the thing that I kind of agree that I wish that they would have done, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up so that people can come back into the show that didn't want to see this. I agree. I think what would have been a stronger move, have Loki get pruned near the beginning or the middle of the episode, and then have Sylvie kind of process or whatever else, and then do the mid-credit scene of Loki's actually alive. Because otherwise, we just had a 2.5 minute, maybe 3 minute moment of thinking Loki died, just between her disarming Ravonna, being like, "You're gonna tell me everything." Credit. Oh, he's really just in this other place. Versus if we sat with it for an episode, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think it would have been wise for them to wait to the beginning of the next episode, because even though we know more episodes are coming, you could get some people that might get confused and be like, "Wait, he's out of the show now? Like, I don't. Then fuck this. I'm not gonna come." So I think it was wise of them to end it. Loki's still alive. Tom Hiddleston is still on the show. But I think it would have been wiser for them to do it earlier in the episode, if that kind of makes sense. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm curious what y'all are thinking. I know you're hitting it up in the chat. Keep doing that. But we're going to bring this to a close unless there's any final thoughts on this, and we'll move on to the next.
This isn't a spoiler at all. I just feel like I have to bring this up. I think it is so fucking cool that Marvel production team made Sophia DiMartino's Loki outfit with the ability for her to breastfeed on set. So they changed the way it was designed so she could easily breastfeed. Yeah. And like that's like what we're talking about when we're talking about making things workable for women, and not so that we don't lose out on money and jobs. So
no
fuck
lie.
yeah, Marvel.
I just can't buy into these theories until I see the episodes, because we were trolled hard with our theories on WandaVision.
Sure. Yeah, I agree, but I think that's the thing. I think that the big thing is there's nothing wrong with theorizing and trying to guess and figure out the mystery. I think it's just don't get married to something. That's the problem, is that people were so hell-bent. It's Mephisto, fuck you, it's Mephisto. And then when Mephisto doesn't show, it's like, where the fuck was Mephisto? That was on you. And all of us that got upset about that. And like, we're along for the ride, but we're allowed to try and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, is having the wherewithal to have fun playing the guessing game, and then be like, oh, it was this, and not being upset about it, because again, it wasn't your story to tell. It was Kevin Feige and the showrunner and this amazing cast and crew. You know what I'm saying? So like, theorize all you want, just don't get mad if it's not what you theorize, you know? But because I gotta say, they do a really good job of keeping that shit very private and locked away. And you know what else is really good about keeping shit locked up and private and locked up away? Brett, why don't you go ahead and tell him, bro?
I will in just a second. Alex told me, why don't we just go wait for a minute? Because Alex told me if there was a different copy. So I'm still down there. I'm sorry. I was trying to type it in the chat.
You're totally fine. Don't even worry about it. We chilling and hanging out. I mean, we could do this. How about, Alex, you tell us about what the next story is, and then when the copy comes through, then Brett can tell us about keeping shit private.
Well, give me 1 second to pull up another story.
My God!
Okay.
Fine.
Hey, this is Steph Sabraw reporting live with your weather entertainment. Today, if you're in LA, it is sunny with a slight chance of good vibes only. This is our 420 episode. Welcome to the club. If you have some cannabis or any medical marijuana nearby, grab it as Alex and Brett find what they're supposed to be doing on this SEN network. Reporting live on the ground, Steph Sabraw.
That's my favorite thing is that it's the SEN network or the SEN network. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. And I wonder if that was done on purpose or it was just an overshot that it was like, well, fuck it, we're here now. What are we gonna do? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did Kristian go, yo, this is how we get the network as like a full blown thing? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you think that was what it was?
I think so.
Okay.
It's network squared. It's like those 90s commercials. Extreme.
With like the like Crossfire. That was my favorite fucking commercial as a kid. Crossfire, you will be caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, the boys commercials were so much better. Like they made it seem like boys could go to war outside safely with fun toys. Women were like da 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 Polly Pocket.
Baby dolls that pee.
Yeah, which damn, they literally were, if you think about it, they were getting little boys to get ready to shoot guns and maybe join the military. They're getting little girls to sit here and get ready to be mom. Like they straight up were just playing the shit. Like easy bake ovens, and then the dolls like Malcolm said that pee.
Why am I cooking for myself when I'm 5? Why am I putting something in the oven?
I get it, but I will say, I in that same mentality, apparently Kristian was like, oh, I had every easy bake oven. I had the basic one, I had the extreme one, I had all the versions of the easy bake ovens out here eating uncooked dough and shit. I was like, because this is just a light bulb.
It's not even a real bake items.
Yeah, it's just a little light bulb, and that's pretty much it. Which, speaking of. I just had a light bulb go off that because it's the 420 episode, I can't do any of the 420-ness because of my sickness, and it makes me so goddamn sad. So I do hope that y'all are lighting up and edibling up and everything for me. Do it for me, damn it. Or if you don't do that, don't do it. I mean, like, look, feel prerogative. I'm not gonna pressure you. That'd be absolutely motherfucking
Or
insane.
maybe you like to do it, and then you got older, and then started to make you paranoid all the time, so you stopped, and now you're mad because it's legal. Stuff like that.
That's fair. Also, are we getting a Kate? Oh my God! Kate Mulligan.
Is it Kate or is it a Loki variant?
It's a Loki variant. A Loki variant that's muted. They took a voice.
Kate just hacked in from her lab.
Just hacked in from my lab, guys. Just out here with some pimple drying cream on my lip.
DT.
Yes.
Man, I wasn't expecting. What's up, baby girl?
I was just gonna say, look at your cute glasses.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. Oh,
okay. Alex, you're home.
I am home. I got back on Monday.
You did. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been watching the show, so
yeah.
I was just
okay,
wow, you
Glory
got
back
home.
here.
I saw you on the show on Monday.
Yeah.
When we were in line when Steph missed it because she was fainting, but I saw it on Monday.
Yeah, unconscious.
You guys, I hate to commandeer when I come, but the creepiest thing in the world happened yesterday. Can I show you?
Yeah, what happened?
I get a package. I mean, sometimes I get drunk at night and I'll order something. I guarantee I did not order this.
Okay.
It's from a place in Gardena. It's called WSE, which I look up, and then it says in parentheses returns. This is the package. Oh, I'm gonna have to turn my thing off, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Exit your lab, please.
Okay. Yep. Bummer. Much sadder. So I get this, and it's just a shredded part of a t-shirt.
Oh.
The fuck?
That's it.
Wait, why are you touching it?
So, Steph, that's the first thing I thought was I've just been poisoned with asbestos. Or
Anthrax?
what was it?
Like that's straight up a threat.
Anthrax, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a threat. So then I'm like, Gardena. So remember how I got frauded? Like my credit card was stolen somehow. There was $1,000 to the sheriff's something or other, $300 to Grand Lux Cafe, another $80 to Panera. I'm realizing Panera. Whoa,
wow.
big spenders. How you spend $80 did you buy the Panera franchise?
I'm
How'd you
saying,
spend
bro.
$80 at Panera?
Fuck.
So anyway, I was like so annoyed because anyway, turns out I think I tried to buy a stroller wagon for my kid and for my kids because like basically James still needs a stroller, but Neil's too big for them. So I'm like, oh, they've got these stroller wagons now, like big kids can hop in and you push them. So I tried to order it, and I remember the company being in Gardena. I went back to that website today. The company's now in Irvine. I think the way that they get away with being legit is they send anything at all to show that they shipped you something, because there's a legit tracking number here. But like this, I don't think I can push my kids around in this. Does anybody think that I can?
It was a company. You think a company frauded you?
Yes, I think it's this. It's like I think it's like a front, and basically the credit card I bought that stroller wagon on is the one that got stolen, but it was through PayPal. So I have a claim open with PayPal now. But it's been a fun 24.
Oh my
Holy
god!
Shit. Well,
Yeah.
one, I think I feel like this feels like a Bob the Builder situation. Like, can we fix it? Yes, we can. Like, we can figure out a way to make a wagon out of this. I'm really excited to come and hang out with you once, like, the bronchitis is out of my lungs, to come help you make a wagon out of that.
You didn't get bronchitis.
I did. It happens. I get a cold, I get bronchitis. It's something that's been happening since I was a kid. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad you never got COVID, yo, because I'll tell you what, that would have come straight for your life.
Probably. It's kind of.
I mean, if you carry your illnesses in your chest, COVID's not for you.
It's why my family was freaking the fuck out, being like, "You're not gonna go do Instacart," and I was like, "I have to pay my bills, so unless you're gonna pay them for me,
that was a great option. They could have just paid for you.
Yeah, every time my parents say that, I'm like, okay, run that check.
Yeah.
They ran a check for exactly 2 weeks. And I was like, cool. Well, now I'm going to go do this. And they're like, well, don't. And I'm like, because the other problem was they were like, well, just file for the unemployment that everybody's getting. And I'm stuck in that weird void because I do so much 1099 stuff doing various acting gigs. But then other acting gigs end up giving me W-2s for like the 2 weeks I work on set. That then I was like, I literally was in the weird void that they wouldn't give me anything, no matter how I filed or how many times I called. So I was like, y'all can figure it out, but I don't have a choice. So it is what it is. So it sucks. It happens. That's not really important. The other thing I was going to get at, though, it's not just about whatever said sickness. I don't like the fact that someone ripped you off and stole your credit card. You know what's a great way to prevent someone from stealing your credit card? ExpressVPN. Tell us about that, Brett Sheridan.
Yes. I mean, come on, people. We don't want, like, pieces of T-shirts sent to us in the mail. This is not something that anybody wants. Maybe some people, but definitely not Kate. She didn't want a piece of T-shirt. She wanted a stroller to push kids around. All right. So you got to protect your privacy. And using the internet without ExpressVPN is like leaving the bathroom door open when you're going to the bathroom. You don't want people peeking in there and dropping dead from whatever you're doing. All right. Listen, internet service providers like Comcast and Verizon know every single website you visit. ISPs can sell this information to ad companies and tech giants who will use your data to target you. Yes, they will do this. You know what ExpressVPN does? It encrypts your data. An encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so people can't peep in on your online, let's call it bathroom activity. All right? You fire up the app. You click one button. It's so simple to use. Even Kate can do it. Listen. It's rated the #1 by CNET, Wired, and The Verge. It works on phones, laptops, even routers, so everyone who shares your Wi-Fi can be protected. You can protect the house by using this. Listen, I love this because I want my kids and my family to be everything we do to be private. It's something that I'm concerned about with my kids visiting all these websites. So this is why I love ExpressVPN. So secure yourself online by visiting expressvpn.com/SEN today. That's expressvpn.com/SEN, and you can get an extra 3 months for free.
don't get that piece of t-shirt in the mail. That should be their new tagline, honestly.
It's a very soft t-shirt, to be clear.
Ooh, can we make up?
Can we first rubbed it on your face, right? That was your
first thing I did was smelled it to see if it had been used.
Wait, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, God, no. No, I immediately was like, it's anthrax. There's anthrax. I mean, there was no white powder in it. But then when I looked at the address and I was like, Gardena, that company, Gardena. Then I went back. I don't know what that scam is, but it's working for them. They just moved their company.
Yo, maybe it's a drug front, in which case all we need to do is go to that company and be like, look, we won't tell on you, but give us drugs.
Well, the funny thing is that I can see that the USPS label was made in Compton, was created was created in Compton, but the return address on the label is Gardena.
I'm going to tell a little story that my mother, if you could, spoiler alert, if you leave the chat right now. No, I wanted to have some gummy bears as we talk about 420. I wanted some special gummy bears, but I didn't have a medical license. It was medically legal here, and I wanted somebody to send some to me in the mail. I got a package, and it had these things called like banana splits or something in the package, and it was just legit candy. Someone from the post office opened up the package, took the gummies, the THC gummies, and just put a packet of really, really shitty candy too. Like, I didn't try it, but I mean, like, this was like gas station.
That's amazing.
That is so amazing. That's like totally going against Stoner 101 code of law. You never take someone's weed like that and don't like refill it with actual weed. If you need someone to get you gummies, Brett, I will drop you some off.
Oh no, this was like when it was just medical, not 21 and over. And it was funny and ridiculous, but like, and I said it to my friend, I was like, are you trolling me? Like, what's with the banana splits? Like, they were like Starburst, but just worse just all banana flavors.
Did you get in touch with the company?
The post office?
No, the gummy company, to be like, why'd you guys send? And were they like,
no, this was a friend who purchased it medically to send it to me.
Oh my God!
Illegal activity. Woo!
You bad.
I'm pretty bad. Just because I didn't want to. You know why? Because I didn't want to pay the $100 to go to the fake doctor to get the.
I don't blame you.
Curtis Lopez donated $20. Who would the panel would rather go up against? Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, or Michael Myers? Probably for me, Myers, because he's the closest to being mortal.
But I guess in this current movie, aren't they saying that like the more he kills, he becomes closer to being a god? He's a demigod, if you will. So, like that callback, baby. None of them. Yeah. How about none of them? That would be great.
I would say the one that I want least around me is the one that can come into my dreams.
That's real. Yeah. You can never sleep. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
That one's like fucked up.
Yeah, that one's agreed. Also, Winston, okay, those three options or the LAPD.
Fuck, all three of them over the LAPD. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. I would rather 100. I'd rather fight all three of the motherfuckers than deal with the LAPD.
Gallon Chuck.
Oh my God.
100. Drink your water. Stay away from LAPD. That's a fact.
By the way, Steph, I don't know if it's the fact that I've incorporated drinking a gallon of water into my day, or if it's that we walked 10 plus miles at Six Flags and went on 3 rides. But what I will say is that I'm finally, for the first time, guys, under 170 pounds in a year.
Let's fucking go, Kate.
I'm 169.8.
Ooh, that's such a good weight. 169. Oh.
0.8. I'm as close to 170 as you can.
No, hell yeah, Kate. That's all. It's definitely the water, like for sure. The water's water, a gallon a day.
No, I still feel tired from Monday.
Me too.
Show that jug of water, Kate. Look at that thing.
She carried that the entire day in 105 degree heat
Oh.
and finished it like a gangster.
I drank with Brett with this the other.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I was like, I showed up and Brett was like, okay, what's that? And Dickie, when I bought it, was like, well, at least you're not going to look like an ass hat.
Yo,
Everyone has
Ace
them.
Cabrera.
yeah, right. I know you're pulling an ace, man. That was his superpower. That's exactly how he ended up winning all those matches.
Yeah.
He just hydrated like a motherfucker. So when you would have the urge to sweat, he would just automatically replenish his water, and that's how he kept winning.
Ask me a Star Wars question, quick, guys.
Yeah.
Quick, okay. What is the name of the princess that Luke saves in A New Hope?
Leia.
Hey, yo, motherfucker. And the new undisputed Star Wars champion of the world. And man, oh man, I cannot wait for Collision. I cannot fucking wait for Collision.
Oh my
Laura,
God.
I'm claiming it now. Laura Kelly is going to be the first female Star Wars motherfucking champion of the motherfucking world. It's gonna be glorious. I cannot fucking wait, man. I can't wait.
I gotta tell you, I very rarely root for your team, but I got Kelly all the way on this one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be sick.
That'd be so dope. I just have a feeling she's the chosen one, man. I'd like, we've been busting our ass studying. We're gonna take a quick minute to talk Schmoedown real quick. We've been busting our ass studying. You know, it has been a blessing to have both Ace and Laura on the same team. I guarantee you there's nobody else that's able to bounce stuff off of each other the way, like, I know that Bibbs is just a movie savant, and I'm sure he's been helping Demolanta in that regard. I know that, like, IG players can definitely help, and Chandru has certainly helped in and of itself. But having two of the best to ever do it come together to directly train with each other, and because they're also vying for the same title, there's this rivalry that pushes them harder. Laura is a monster, and I cannot wait for her to get in that ring, man, and go take that belt. So then your boy Thomas can come and get his ass whooped, you know, against Laura, and it'll be such a beautiful, beautiful day. I cannot wait.
Oh, that was, you guys. Hey, Alex, timestamp that, please. Winston tells a hilarious joke.
Best joke, SEN Awards.
Chrissy O'Connell
2021.
donated $25. Hi, lovely cunts. Can we get an impression of CPK Brett coordinating an axe/flowers throwing competition where the contestants don't know the rules and they don't know how to throw flowers or axe? Contestants: Cat Williams, Dexter Kidrude, Baddington, Jodie Foster.
Oh no!
Can you
I'll
give
try.
us more details for this improvisation?
I will. I don't know if I can do Cat right now unless someone else has one. Just because my sinuses.
I
I'm
love
not
Cat
gonna.
Williams.
But Winston, I think you're setting us all up to fail. None of us are allowed to impersonate him.
Yeah.
Come on. Can you imagine if we're like Malcolm to a Cat Williams?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what Malcolm looks like. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
Oh, fuck.
It got
Alright,
Remember that $800 donation?
That's true.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that. I totally watched that episode. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
you
Watched it.
definitely did.
Yo, Steph can do it. Steph will be fine.
Yeah, that's true. Steph or Alex, you're right. But I'll tell you what, I'm
I
not
still
allowed
don't
to.
think so. Wait, let me. Okay, can you do? I don't. Okay, let's
You don't
see.
know if you can actually do. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
but
don't know.
That'll be the beauty of it.
Look here, Pimpin.
Look here, pimpin'. Ladies, if you got 16 haters, you better find out how to get to 18 by the end of the summer. Is that
and if anybody doesn't have anybody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
hate on me?
Oh,
Weed is just a plant that if you light, it happens
so
to
happen-
have some effects.
just happen
Okay,
to
I don't know the recipe. It's baking soda.
Baking soda, water, vinegar. I don't know the recipe. I just
What,
say
what strain is this? Death. It's death.
death. You mean I smoke this? I'm gonna die? No, nigga, not death. There's my one for the fucking day. I fucking forgot. There's my one for the day. You smoke this, you ain't gonna hear shit for hours. There's my one for the
DJ,
day.
do not play my song. Do not play that song again,
Every day
DJ.
I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Fuck yes, Cat Williams.
DJ.
It's so good to be with people who love Cat Williams the way I love Cat Williams.
Mr. DJ, sir, I said do not play that again, goddammit.
Dude,
So does that mean you need some more time to decide on appetizers, or spicy? Do you want some spicy?
It wasn't an ass and pussy throwing contest, but we did.
Is
get
that what? Okay, I was like, wait, an ass and
axe,
well, actually ass and because I do
axe.
axe throwing.
You
now.
do axe throwing.
Yes.
Which I meant to tell you yesterday, Brett. Axe throwing is hella fun. I've been like 3 or 4 times now because a buddy of mine, I guess, competes around the world. So he wanted to show us what he does. Dude, it is so tricky to get into. So shout out to you if you like are legit out here like becoming a beast at this, man. Like the fact that you have your own axe, that's amazing.
Well, look, I'm not saying I'm a beast. I mean, I think I'm like ranked 34 out of 36 right now. But I had my first win Tuesday, and I won with a clutch move, which is that little circle I told you up in the corner that's smaller. I won on a clutch move. But yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but not quite a beast. Not quite a beast.
Wait,
a lot of like going, son of a bitch. When I was practicing, did I hit it so many times?
Well, dude, the first time I went, I only hit the board once. I kept hitting it into the ground. And then the next few times I went, I was always hitting the board. But the 4th time is when I started consistently hitting like the bullseye area.
Yeah.
I could never hit that clutch. But you know who's terrifyingly good at axe throwing? And I think it's a lot of her pent up rage is my girlfriend, Kristian. She is really, really good at axe throwing for some reason.
I can see that. Because she has like long arms too.
And I think it was, again, pent up rage. The only thing that actually she blew through everybody in a little mini competition between our friends until she ended up playing the homie that like is like the world competitor. And she actually was holding her own until she realized she was in the finals of this little tournament we did. And then all of a sudden she started panicking and like throwing axes to the side of the wall.
I need to do that.
It's
I want
so
to go.
fun, man.
I went up against the league champion from last year, and like that didn't get into my head. It was just all handle hitting the board. I'm like, I hit it.
What's his name? You know?
Is he a homie?
He's not a homie.
He might be the homie. I don't know. Maybe.
What makes a good axe throw?
Hitting the bullseye, like that's, I mean.
Yeah, but like, okay, is it in the wrist? Is it in the arm strength? Is it in the release?
It's all weird. Every time that I do it well, it feels awkward to me. If I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna nail this one, that's when it bounces off and hits the fence on the side, and you kind of like do a walk of shame to pick it up. But when I just kind of somehow it's like when I kind of like flick it a little bit, and it's so, I haven't found out yet. Again, another sport that I'm huge into. Yes, these are sports, son. Yeah, I call going to the bowling alley going to the gym now.
Son, come here. I got to teach you a lesson.
I'm into sports now. I do sports. What was I talking about? Throwing ass.
You said another sport. You're into.
Bowling is like that thing too, where it's like you're just suddenly getting a groove, and like but I can never find consistency. It's like I'll just be like strike, and then the next game it's just I'm throwing and it's bouncing into other people's lanes. Like I have no consistency with it. But I'm gonna get better at this major sport. And my big goal is to not sweat as much doing it.
Well, I don't know if you can help that. As a sweater myself, they only told me that I could take a pill every day if I wanted. I'm like, what?
No.
I'm not gonna do that to not sweat.
Like to dehydrate you?
It like does. I don't know what it does. It like cuts out your like sweat glands. My sister takes it now.
Ooh.
What does?
Oofta.
Like it's like this pill that you can take to not sweat as much. Because if any cloth is on my skin, I just start sweating even if it's
100% me
cold.
too. 100%.
Yeah.
No
Isn't
question.
that really dangerous not to
No.
sweat?
No, it doesn't cut off like all your sweat glands, but I think it specifically targets your underarms.
It just sends it to your pussy.
Yeah,
It makes you start panting like a dog.
I
when
need
they
to
talk about
line
making it rain, like that's.
Oh, I need that too, Brett.
this area. Like,
What I always have boob river, as I like to call
Oh, can't
it.
really.
River.
My daughter was like, "It looks like you're
Wow.
bleeding." I'm like, shut up! I'm doing sports. You know what's embarrassing too? We saw a friend of ours I haven't seen in a long time. Certified meathead, calls himself one, built like a brick shit house. And we were talking about losing weight and stuff. And they're like, "Well, how much do you weigh?" And he's like, 200 pounds. I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like that's how much I weigh. And this guy is just like a rock.
Curtis
Just,
Slope
you know,
has
like, and I'm
donated
like,
$20.
kidding me?
Most TV shows, even cartoons nowadays, don't put effort into their theme songs and intros. What cartoons have the best intros? My favorites are Pokemon first season, DB's X-Men, and pretty much the most Disney afternoon shows like DuckTales and DW Duck.
Caillou.
Duck.
Caillou.
Fuck off, Brett. I hate you for that.
Go ahead.
Yo, do you remember the cartoon James Bond Jr.?
No.
No.
There was a show called James Bond Jr. where he is James Bond's nephew, which first of all, I didn't even know James Bond had a motherfucking brother or sister at whatever point, but he is James Bond's nephew. And it'd be like, Bond, James Bond Jr., he got the name from his Uncle James, and he's there to the name James Bond. Like, it was my shit.
James Bond Jr. Wow.
I'm telling you, it's Animaniacs for me.
Yes.
It's
so
time
good.
for Animaniacs. And there's 80 to the max. Yeah, I mean, that was the...
G.I. Joe and Transformers 100%.
Yeah.
Wonderful song.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja
Power
Turtles.
Rangers.
Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Batman.
That's so Raven. It's
a future I could see. Oh God, Steph.
So good.
You heard the bad news, right?
What?
Kyle Massey got arrested for talking to an underage girl.
Who did?
So Kyle Massey, so him and Drake Bell now. So now you got one from Disney and one from Nickelodeon have both been arrested for talking to underage girls, man.
Here's the thing we have to start actually paying attention to is like these kids, like they like get stunted at an age. It's like when Michael Jackson too.
Yeah.
That documentary, everybody's like, Michael Jackson, he was just like a 9-year-old. Multiple people refer to him as 9 years old. They're like, he was just like a 9-year-old. He was just like a 9. I'm like, how do all these people agree on 9? They haven't even talked to each other. So there's like a thing that happens, and then they get stunted at that age, I feel like. And then that's the age they prey on.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's just so bad. It's so bad, especially like, because the thing I think with Kyle Massey is like he's on a show. Like I don't think Drake Bell was working on anything, but Kyle Massey right now was on a show for God. What was the name of the network? The show is like called Millennials. But it was like him and like 3 other brothers like all living together in like an apartment and blah blah blah, and like it's on TV at this exact moment. So it's just like his shit's about to get blown the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like, which is so fucking crazy, but I don't know, man. That's just fucking sad. It's really, really sad. And what I don't want to do is let this segue into the horrible news that came out yesterday, because I know a lot of people were very upset about that. So we're just going to steer away and say, Alex, why don't you tell us about a good story that we're supposed to be talking about, since, this is, the network.
Yeah.
The network.
SEN to the second power. All right, here we go. The Fast and Furious franchise is now the 5th highest grossing franchise ever, after F9 has made $405 million already throughout the world.
Wow.
It passes X-Men and is behind Star Wars, Harry Potter, James Bond, and the MCU, of course. So, Winston, what do you think? We have 2 more installments coming from Fast. Do you think it'll be overtaken by others? I'm sure X-Men will have another movie at some point, but what do you think about this, Winston?
I mean, my whole thought process just going into this is kind of like I'm only now, and I'm 20 minutes away from ending Tokyo Drift. I've seen it before. We talked about this before the show. I was like, almost started the show late so I could finish it. I'm trying to understand why people love these movies so much. I don't quite get it. I don't understand.
Because they're funny.
I guess that's the thing, is so far, Too Fast and Furious has a special place in my heart. That movie is absurd, but it is so fun.
That's it.
But it's so to my knowledge, it's very different than the other films. I haven't gotten to the point yet where people just start coming back from the dead. I'm again about to finish Tokyo Drift. Han just died in the middle of Tokyo in a car explosion. How the fuck is he supposed to come back from that? Are there cyborgs in this that I don't know about or some shit? What's going on?
Cell regeneration.
That exists in this world where they're just drifting cars around Tokyo, Steph? That's what this is?
I like that Steph, who is clearly being held for questioning somewhere, is just going to come in with the facts.
The feds took a sweep and they took your girl Steph, and now I'm in a casting office. But I have not seen all the Fast and Furious movies. The ones I have seen are hilarious. They're comedies to me. They're comedy action films, and it's just so ridiculous. That's the only reason I like them.
The first one, I watched the first one for the first time a couple days ago. Not a fan. It's just I didn't mind the racing. That was fine, but I felt like the storyline and shit was just kind of race wars. But the movie itself was kind of dumb. Again, 2, my shit. 3, I actually am enjoying Tokyo Drift because I'm kind of like, this is kind of stupid. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm excited to get to the 4th one, which is, what's it titled, Alex? Because
Fast & Furious.
So the other ones are all A and D. This is Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Okay.
4th one. They all have different naming conventions for every single one. It's so
Which is so frustrating. Because the 5th one is the 5th one is Fast 5. The 6th one is Furious 6.
I think Fast and Furious 6.
What's 7 then?
Your mom.
Furious 7.
Yeah.
Then what's 8?
Fast and Furiously outside fucking your bitch.
Yo, wait, Kate Mulligan. You didn't watch the show yesterday. Yo, my boy Brett Sheridan busted out some hard-ass bars yesterday. Brett, can you do that again, please?
not off the cuff like that. I keep doing
Yo.
that. What do you think? I'm an improviser?
Yo, Brett came out with some hard Rakim lines and was killing it yesterday.
It was a fluke.
Wait, that's your that's the old rapper that you love.
Yes. Eric B. and Rakim. Paid in full. Fish.
Paid in full.
Paid in
that
full.
movie is so good.
Yo, Eli, turn up the bass. Turn up the bass. Check out my melody. Hand out a cigar. I can't remember the rest, but
that's what you have to do.
My favorite thing. Yo, Eli. But we do it yo, Eli, turn up the bass, please. Yeah, thank you.
Well, since I've got the spotlight on you, Brett, let's talk about something that won't turn you flush red. What do you think about the Fast franchise becoming the 5th highest grossing franchise in movie history, bro?
I wonder what this does to actual film fanatics like Alex, who is pushing for his precious heights in the heights to become big and people to go see this, and complete schlock is making billions of dollars. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get the appeal to this. I never was a part of it. I think sometimes, yeah, people just want straight up just action goofiness and they bought into this. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But I don't I'm sure it's infuriating to people who really poignant filmmaking. So that's
Well, it's funny. Like, I just feel like I mean, it's funny that like, well, okay. So Steph, I guess you've seen them all, Steph, or
No, I just am
okay.
deciding to ride for them today for I don't know what reason.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like we must be 5 out of 5 of us, I guess, have not seen them all, but we must be in the minority if. Oh wow, Fran Drescher.
Oh man,
we got to be in the minority if it's the 5th highest grossing ever. Like this, I don't think this panel is indicative of the fans out there, because you don't get to be the 5th highest grossing franchise after Harry Potter, and So I think it's just one of those things that I don't understand, but I support it. Yeah. Like, obviously, I'm not in the majority here.
Because we're nerds. Like, we are the nerds. So we live for comic book stuff, magical shit. Like, that's where we live. Like, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter. What's up,
yes,
Logan?
truly.
Just watch him,
so
Kate. Just
Fast and Furious is for the people who love action movies. And I think it's like those people that don't like, they really only like, people like my dad only like action movies.
Yeah.
So when they get a movie like this in theater, and I gotta say, it's probably my people. I know Asians pull up for these movies.
Oh yeah,
and probably sell out the tickets worldwide.
Well, that is 1,000%. That's been proven over time and again that it blows up in Japan, Korea, and China. Like, they make a shit ton of money over there on the fast movies. Which, again, I'm not knocking anybody's franchise. I'm just saying I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, I have no beef with like. They're doing another Sex and the City movie and shit like that. I just don't get it. I don't find those entertaining. They're kind of vapid to me. That's just me personally. But other people love that shit. So same with Transformers. Not a fucking fan of the Transformers franchises. They've done them, but somebody fucks with it. So good for you. Yeah. I'm just confused how it became the 5th highest grossing franchise in history. That's crazy.
Transformers?
No. Fast is
I'm more shocked about Fast. I mean, Transformers than Fast and Furious.
Well, I don't know if they're that high. They haven't broken that, but they're still making
two of the Transformers. I learned this in one of our study sessions. 2 of the Transformers movies crossed $1 billion.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Two of them are good.
Bumblebee
in the first one.
Yes. Hello. I agree. You guys, Neil is being rude to James. I have to go.
Go be mommy. It's all good.
This is a pair.
Yo, well, clearly, Kate is about to work up a stankish sweat playing mommy right now. So, Brett, can you tell us how she might be able to prevent that going forward?
I would love to, and I know Kate has this, and I think everybody in the panel uses this. We all love Native, people. Listen, if Native cares about the products you put on your body, they're all about stopping the stink the right way, and that's the Native difference. You probably already know about Native's legendary aluminum-free deodorant, but you got to try their body wash, toothpaste, and their new mineral-based sunscreen. Yes, Native has a broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen for your face and body. It's lightweight, absorbs quickly, and you can choose between unscented or coconut and pineapple. And I've tried a bunch of these mineral-based sunscreens and stuff like that, and it's almost like I'm putting on clown base but this stuff is lightweight and it does go on well. And listen, Native is on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine by putting the care in self-care with products carefully made to work against odor, and they're made with simple ingredients and smell great. You can get their deodorant or body wash in amazing scents like coconut and vanilla, citrus and herbal musk, lavender and rose, and many more. Build your own personalized product bundles. I legit have, I think, every single deodorant flavor. Yes, I said flavor. I mean, I say it every time. I don't know why. I'm not eating them, but they are scents. Yes, they smell great, and I do keep them in rotation. Sometimes I'm feeling musky. Sometimes I'm feeling eucalyptusy. Sometimes I want a little citrusy. Okay, listen. And if you want to stay fresh just like me and everybody else here uses Native, go to nativedeo.com/SEN Live and use promo code SEN Live at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/SEN Live and use promo code SEN Live at checkout and get 20% off your first order. Order, not odor. It's stopping odor when you go get your order. Order. That's my new warm up for it's a
Order.
order. Order me. Oh hey
Hey,
Kate.
guys.
Order.
What are you
Hey,
doing
Kate.
over there?
Order. That
Hey, guys.
order.
Hello, Kate.
Hey, guys, I don't know. Hey.
You
Wait
good?
a minute.
Are they still
Wait a
being
minute.
rude?
Uh-huh.
Is there rudeness?
So
Just-
what
it's
is
just-
what is kid rude kids look like
It's they have
in the Kate world? Because
just
I know they're
commandeered-
actually like sweet.
yeah.
So
Well, no, but they've commandeered they've appropriated what I say to them. Like that was rude. Like they've taken that and they will use that to describe things that aren't actually rude. Like I'll be like the other day, like James said to me at the dinner table, like, I want more milk, and I was like, that's rude talk. I'm not gonna get you more milk if you talk to me like that. And he's like, can I have more milk, please? I'm like, oh, I can understand that, right? But like rude is like rude is like punched him. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, no, that's not actually rude. This is
no,
that's violence. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me teach you
That's
the
a
word
felony.
violence.
they're
Yeah,
gonna end
yeah.
up where I am right now if they don't stop.
That's right.
In
You want to
jail.
go
That
wait?
mean?
You want to go do SEN from the FBI headquarters?
Oh, I was like, Steph, what the fuck's going on with you? Who did you punch out?
I've only been in a cell once.
Ooh.
Well, I want to hear that story, but I do need to call this out real quick. It's 11:11, right? So first of all, everybody make a wish. You know what my wish is? For y'all to send in the Schmoebots, because we only had $106. We're supposed to get to $500 before the show over. So do me a favor, send in something nice, fulfill my wish, please. I know I'm not supposed to say it out loud and it doesn't come true, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. And we gonna go ahead. I didn't set up a game before, so we'll do this since we still haven't gotten through all of the things on that's a rehash game. We haven't gotten through all of the SEN categories here on Heads Up. We'll continue to play it for every $50 that comes in going forward. We will play a round of SEN Heads Up. So y'all can continue to see, because I put some Easter eggs in that motherfucker. I put some wild shit over the past year and some change that we've been doing this. So for the 420 episode, you definitely want to know what else is coming in for that. So every $50, we're going to continue to do that. Alex, what was that Schmoebot that came in, that the impression that they wanted us to do? Because I don't think we really did it, and I was
We
still
didn't
like,
really do it.
no.
Yeah, no, that's
But we did.
But
But we did.
They asked for a multitude of people, and then just three of us just tried out Cat Williams.
And then I did a quick.
And then
See,
Brett
okay.
again asked us about appetizers.
You're definitely right. You're definitely correct.
I do want to acknowledge that person if we
Yes,
can.
100%.
Yes, thank you, Pussy O'Connell.
Yeah.
I do want to point out also that for some reason Schmoebot, censors ass and the F word, but C word totally fine. C word,
Yeah,
we're
good
good. We're
point.
good.
It's British, bro. That's why.
British,
What are you talking
that's
about?
very
Oh,
true.
right.
Very true.
Yeah.
But very interesting. Very interesting.
Family.
I wonder if somebody should
Probably.
Schmoebot out and see if because it is British, if they would let you put in Fanny. Because I think Fanny's British pussy.
Great
Yes, it
question.
is.
Somebody
That's
send
a good.
in
That's my new T-shirt. I'm gonna
Smart,
make.
Kate.
Fanny's British.
Somebody send in a Schmoebot and see if it works.
What is your favorite term?
Order.
Send in your favorite terms for the vagina. I think Fanny is the cutest. I think
Panini.
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 Punani.
I like
Nana.
clams. I think clams is good.
Oh my god.
I have a friend who says Terror Cave.
Ooh.
Sarlacc pit. Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit.
He's not interested.
Oh, he's not. Okay, fair enough.
It's not.
Hello.
Okay. So yeah, send that in, please. please, please, please. I don't get to host a lot nowadays, so please don't let my first time back be just complete travesty. That'd be horrible. But Alex, I know there was a story about Nick Offerman that I actually really wanted to talk about. If you want to throw that in there.
Take it away.
Oh, you're gonna let me do it. Oh, I thought you were gonna tee it up like you're supposed to do.
Okay,
I do want to talk about it, but you set shit up.
Alex really said, you know what? You go, Winston.
Yeah, you do,
bitch.
bitch.
Already got the story pulled up. It's fine. Okay, we're getting a League of Their Own remake. A series coming, and it's starring Abby Jacobson. We have Chante Adams, Darcy Carden, amongst many others, and we finally got our coach cast. Obviously, we had Tom Hanks in the 1992 movie, but now we got Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec and Devs, amongst many other things. Winston, what do you think? Nick Offerman.
I mean, I can't think of somebody who's more perfectly suited for this, honestly. Like, he is so funny, and I feel like his very particular set of skills is what is perfect to play the coach for this. Like, I mean, there's no crying in baseball like that. Like, I'm literally imagining Ron Swanson doing this. Like, I hope they somehow get Amy Poehler to come in as Leslie Knope and to be on the team at some point. I feel like that shit would be so fucking funny. So I'm here for it, man. I feel like it'll be funny.
Wait, hold on a second. I gotta tell you, if we get to what are we at right now?
We are at last check 106. Unless Malcolm is there, did we go up at all?
When we start hitting the 100 mark, so 200 and 300, I'll tell my 2 Nick Offerman stories, and why he's the nicest, funniest dude on the planet.
Oh,
okay, I'm here for it. Hi, little one that we can't see. Hello.
I'm gonna.
No worries. Go do what you do.
Name's Carol Murphy.
Mike.
Oh, that's so cute. I mean, I know it's probably not for her because she's like this child, but also she is super mom.
That's why women moms are the best. What she's doing right now, she's doing her job and hell yeah.
She is the shit. Can we have a Kate Mulligan day? I just want to have a Kate Mulligan.
I agree. She's so happy. The mayor.
Yeah. Well, do you agree on this? Are you excited to see Nick Offerman playing the coach in League of Their Own?
Hell yeah. I'm so excited that this is going to be a comedy. I think this would have been kind of cringe a little bit. I love the movie, but I think being a comedy is like the perfect way of bringing this story to show form and then also making it different and interesting. And Abby Jacobson, I'm obsessed with. Broad City is one of my favorite shows of all time. I think she's incredibly talented. So I'm excited to see what she can do, what she does with this. And then the entire cast, I feel like, is coming together perfect. And the addition of Nick Offerman makes so much sense. But I didn't even think of it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, 1,000%. What about you, Brett? Is this because I feel like I remember you saying a League of Their Own is one of the top movies for you? I
love it, and you're right. I mean, I don't think they could have found somebody to be this character that wasn't as perfect as Nick Offerman. I mean, like just exactly, Parks and Rec. I mean, it's just going to be it's going to be like him going back on Parks and Rec, basically. He's just going to, it's going to be an easy job. It's going to be fun. And I see a lot of like stop remaking stuff. And I kind of felt if this was a movie, I'd agree. But because it's a television show, right? I'm right.
Yeah. It is.
I'm fine with this because I would like to, because I would like to see this drawn out into something to get more of the story of it, more of it, because it's based on a true story, right? These are things. These are facts I'm saying, right? This is my late 40s now. It's like, are the things I'm saying true?
They're very
true. Do I remember things correctly? I love in the article that he got his nickname, like the Dove, because he threw a fastball or something and it killed a dove midair or a bird midair. That's a crazy story. We didn't get that in the movie, did we? Maybe we did. Hello, okay? They're being rude to me. But yes, I'm excited about it.
Yo, what about you, Alex? Are you a League of Their Own fan?
I finally watched it for the first time the other month, and I freaking love it. I think remaking things can be risky, but if you remake it right and update it with the cultural context that we do have now, I think then this is super right for remaking. And with Nick Offerman coming in, I think I love him. I'm not sure if it's maybe too close because we're just getting the same, a variant of his Parks and Rec that's a little too close. But I mean, I'm sure he'll do great, and I'm gonna love it because he was great even in Devs. A show I was okay on. He was fun in it because he was trying something dramatic, and I'm sure he learned a few things that he's gonna bring to the table here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Steph,
oh, sorry.
No,
is it? Are they saying this is going to be a series or a TV show?
Series.
Or sorry, a
Prime.
TV show or a movie? Okay, yeah. I feel like also Abby Jacobson actually looks like perfect for this part. I actually picked she could have been in that original movie. She's one of the
Broad City girls.
Thank you. I could.
Yeah.
I was like New York TV show.
She's one of those broads. No, you can't say that. No, it's a show. I'm not being
the show.
The Broad
It's
City.
show. Comedy Central.
Yeah. I'm not saying broads in a drug. I'm saying it's a show. Go ahead.
She's
Kim.
perfect for that.
Sure.
No, that's I think I'm excited about her too. But yeah, I think the way to do this, we don't need another. The movie was flawless. It was perfect. We don't need the movie.
That's to me, I think where I fuck with this more than everything. I also see all the people screaming, "Stop remaking it!" And Brett kind of made this point. If it was being remade as a movie, I can see where people are getting at because I kind of feel the same way. But for example, they did it with Snowpiercer. They did it with Blind Spotting. You're taking movies and then making them into TV shows that lets you flush things out and lets you go into a different direction if you want to. I think the idea of taking it from a film into a show is a very different practice, and I don't personally have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're very different animals.
This one has new storylines and new characters too.
Right.
So you're just taking the historic feature, which is that there was a softball team that was at post World War II era, and how many shows do you see about that? None. And I think about one of Kristian's girls who's playing softball now. That'll be fucking dope for them to be able to see a show now with a sport that you never see with a cool concept.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, I'm hoping that this turns out to be everything that it looks like it might be shaping up to be. But again, I get it. I get the idea that people are kind of tired of remakes. I mean, we're curious what you think. Don't just put it in the comments. Send it in the super chat. Preferably send it in Schmoedown. That would be better, because super chat likes to take all the goddamn money. But we do appreciate what y'all have to say. So, Alex, what other stories we got, brother, before we get to the Streamlabs and stuff?
I mean, we were just talking about Ray Liotta yesterday, and I saw that he just got cast in a movie called Cocaine Bear. So I don't know if he's going to be playing a Italian gangster in that. But we have Kerry Russell, Alden Ehrenreich, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and Jesse Tyler Ferguson joining the Elizabeth Banks-directed, character-driven thriller Cocaine Bear.
What if it's just the perspective of his toilet from Goodfellas with all the cocaine? If it's just the toilet story.
Yeah.
So much cocaine got flushed down me. I was high for years. Just a Ray Liotta Goodfellas joke, guys. I think it went over.
Wait.
Fuck yeah.
Wait. Cocaine Bear?
Yeah. Okay.
Cocaine Bear.
So
Yeah.
it's
I
inspired...
need to know if Ray Liotta is playing the same character Ray Liotta plays every time. I really want to know. I love it every time, but is it? Okay.
So, yeah, Cocaine Bear, it's inspired by true events that took place in Kentucky in 1985 when a 175-pound bear was found dead of an apparent cocaine overdose among 40 open containers with traces of the drug. Those containers were apparently dropped from a plane by a convicted drug smuggler because he was carrying too heavy a load while parachuting. So we have Phil Lord and Chris Miller on the producing team. So I'm sure this will have a very fun comedic tone as well.
Well, also Elizabeth Banks, I feel like, is known for like comedy stuff for the most part. So she's directing, right?
She is directing, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm here for it. Also, I'm so confused because everybody keeps saying she directed Pitch Perfect 3. I thought she directed Pitch Perfect 2.
2.
Well, yeah, no, somebody. Yeah, that's weird. That bad news outlet. Bad.
Yes.
They got it wrong, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Dude, Cocaine Bear. That just the name alone, you got me. That's it. You know how sometimes they're like, from the people that brought you X-Men and the Kingsmen, and that's enough for you to be like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. You literally just named the movie Cocaine Bear. I'm gonna watch this because what the fuck does that mean? I really need to know what the fuck this is.
Okay, I had to research it, and it says the bear has become an official state icon in Kentucky. Cocaine Bear was briefly famous in 1985 when it was found dead after eating roughly 15 million worth of coke from a duffel bag dropped from a drug smuggler's airplane. The smuggler, Andrew Curtis Thornton II, was the wealthy son of elite Kentucky horse breeding family. According to a display at Georgia Bureau of Investigation headquarters, Thornton fell to his death when he bailed out of the plane, hit his head on the tail of the aircraft, and didn't open his parachute until it was too late.
Wow.
Man.
Okay, so there is crime syndicates here, so definitely Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
Reason why he's cast here.
I'm
And
fucking here for it.
Why didn't that
Interesting.
Bears homies tell him that's too much cocaine, bro?
Wait.
Whoa, Phil! That's
So
enough.
That's enough, bro. That's enough, bro.
This bear ate 76 pounds of coke.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
That's the
fucking
best way to
insane.
go.
Is it though? Your heart literally exploding?
Yeah, but you've got a lot of great ideas right until that moment.
The bear wrote the script for Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Right
Right.
before.
Final words.
Yo, they gotta know my story. They gotta know my fucking story. Holy shit. If we're gonna do a whole franchise, it's gonna be fucking great. It's gonna be bigger than the Fast franchise. It's gonna be so fucking good. Elizabeth Banks will fucking direct. Ray Liotta, he's good about drugs. I gotta get Ray Liotta for this. Oh shit, I hope they fucking find this before I die. I hope they find this before I.
This is the autopsy. Its stomach was literally packed to the brim with cocaine.
Oh.
There isn't a mammal on the planet that could survive that. Cerebral hemorrhaging, respiratory failure, hypothermia, renal failure, heart failure, stroke, you name it, that bear had it.
That's horrible. That is the worst way to go.
Oh.
Gucci?
Holy shit. Oh my god. I thought it was just your heart would explode, but it literally shuts down everything in your body. That's terrible.
You know, they displayed this bear at a local recreation area.
What do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
What do you mean?
Because the bear looked good despite its catastrophic demise, it says. So they stuffed it and put it on display at a local recreation area without reference to its past.
Oh,
so they just use this bear as decoration.
But everybody could tell its eyes were huge and it was smiling real big.
Foaming at the mouth.
It was just like a lot of powder underneath its nose.
It did the full Carlton moment in Fresh Prince when he accidentally did Speed, where he's like out here on the bear dance floor, just like whoo 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 whoo, just like oh my god, oh my goodness, that was a lot for me. I'm clearly not fully well yet. That was don't let me do that again, please.
Wow.
I'm so
fun. What a riveting story.
Scarface man. Scarface man. Hey, well, we're about 30 minutes away from the show being over, y'all.
What?
Send in those Schmoebots, pretty please. You know, we done moved networks. I know there's less of us over here currently than we had on the other one, but come on, man. Do a brother a favor. Don't leave me out here to die like the cocaine bear of donation failure. That would be terrible. We had one more story to cover, right, about Taika Waititi's new action series.
Yeah, take it away, Winston.
I will kill you. I will come to your house and give you cocaine bear levels of cocaine, Alex. Okay? Don't do this.
All right, let's talk about Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi are making a new action adventure comedy TV series. Now they've been focusing on What We Do in FX, that spinoff there, and Wellington Paranormal. Now they're tackling action adventure. So, Winston, do you watch any of these shows? Are you excited to see what Clement and Waititi are going to be doing with action comedy?
I have not seen Wellington Paranormal or Shadows, but I have heard amazing things about it. I loved the movie What We Do in the Shadows that obviously led to the series. So, and for the most part, there hasn't been an FX show that I haven't been like that I sat down to watch that I was like, yo, fuck this is trash.
Yeah, FX is so good.
The only thing that have been kind of off for them, I haven't been the biggest fan of this second season of Dave. It feels a little off to me. I can't really put my finger on it.
I feel like that's the tone they're trying to present.
Yeah. Is that it's off?
Yeah, that he's off, and that because everything is through Dave's like gaze of the world. So I think he's so fucked right now. So the show is shot like that.
That makes sense. That makes total sense.
Yeah, he is such a control freak. Dave Bird in real life, like he will. There's. Do
you know him?
If this. No, one of my friends, Andrew Santino's on that show, and so he was on his podcast, and he was talking about like he'll do 100 takes if that's what it takes. He will mix a song. You know, it's just like he needs to control everything because he wants everything to be absolutely perfect. So I'm sure it's intentional, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like it's like, oh, they said the first season was great and that got in their heads. But
kind of like Atlanta season 2.
Yeah.
It just takes a way darker tone.
Atlanta season 2 definitely threw me off for sure. But like the one thing that I think that like helped since they named it Robin season, I was like, oh, I see what the through line is for this. So it's just about everybody getting played one way or the other. So like I'm actually kind of here for that. So I haven't been like, fuck this, I'm done with the show.
Right.
It's been throwing me off. But to that point, FX doing another show, especially with Taika Waititi, who's been killing it, and Clement obviously has been a big partner of his going forth. I think this will be great. What about you, Brett? Are you gonna watch this? What's up?
Well, I never even heard of the Wellington Paranormal. So that's a spin-off also of What We Do in the Shadows or something?
Yeah. Focusing on the two cops, I believe.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna check that out. No, I did like the What We Do in the Shadows series. I was worried about that one because the movie was just mwah. Yeah, I'll definitely see Cocaine Bear. That's what we're talking about, right?
I'm here for it.
We should all go together.
Oh my god.
I would totally go to see Cocaine Bear with you guys. That sounds amazing.
You started talking about Dave. I forgot what we were talking about.
Dude, Cocaine Bear.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say Jermaine Clement. He's the one that was in Flight of the Conchords.
Yes, he was the hippopotamus.
Okay, so
popping off the top of his esophagus and rocking his metropolis. I'm not a large water-dwelling mammal. Where did you get that preposterous hypothesis? Did Steve tell you that perchance? Thank you.
Oh my god. Boy, the FBI is really upping their game. They brought in a plant and some honey for Steph, so this is great. Agave, sorry. Agave. So, but I was gonna say, Jermaine.
I was so bougie.
So, do he and Taika Waititi know each other from both being New Zealanders? Is that the? Like, I'm not being like countryist. I'm just saying, like, are they actually friends? Like, from the scene?
I'm pretty sure that's the New Zealand scene. New Zealand.
Yes.
Yo, Kate, go get your boy, your IG player Saul here talking about, this Cocaine Bear movie better not be a one-off. It best be laying the groundwork for a drug-addled animal cinematic universe.
Yes.
He also said something so funny to me by text, but I'm not gonna say it out loud unless he gives me permission in the chat. Solly, give me permission in the chat to read that text, or don't.
Real quick, Waititi and Jermaine Clement were a comedy duo in the late 90s. So.
Oh, there you go. So it is.
You just froze.
Yeah.
Wait, what was? Sorry, Alex. You totally froze. That for me. I froze. I froze. Sorry.
Yeah, Taika and Jermaine were they were a comedy duo in the late 90s.
Okay, and who's the other Flight of the Conchords person? It was Jermaine?
Brett McKenzie.
Brett McKenzie, okay. Is it Reese Darby? Because like Reese Darby's also.
Yes.
Oh, he's a Brit?
No, Brit.
Oh, Brit.
My name's Brit.
Yeah.
He's
Brit.
Brit.
Oh, yeah. Reese Darby, I feel like is up. I don't know. New Zealand turns out some funny ass people.
Well, thank you for sending in the Schmoebot to have Kate pretend to be a Chicago mother inquiring about the. Now, no, is he
She's
the one?
the ambassador to New Zealand.
Did they meet in New Zealand or did they meet like in Hollywood? Which one's the one? Okay, who's the one? He was in that movie.
Oh, Saul says I can read this. Saul sent this to me when you guys gave the title. He said, coincidentally, Cocaine Bear is what I have Suge Knight 323 as in my phone.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That's so fucking terrible. Though, my favorite one is MK Songbird right now being like, "Yo, is Paddington 3 actually Cocaine Bear?"
Yes.
The
answer is yes.
Alex,
phenomenal.
Do you have
I'll
anything?
ask him if he wants to come on.
Yeah.
He's clean. Yeah.
I think we need a
his face
donation
when you
to
come
get
back.
Cocaine Paddington in.
Yeah.
I agree. We
Please
definitely need a
find some
donation
powder.
for 500. So do it. Send them in. We only got 25 minutes, y'all. Come on now. Okay. So wait, let's go ahead while we got some time to kill. Let's do that impression. Alex, if you will read the instructions out again for us, please.
Okay, we got CPK Brett coordinating an axe/ass throwing competition where the contestants don't know the rules nor how to throw. With Cat Williams, Dexter, Rude Paddington, and Jodie Foster.
Okay. I've got Cat Williams. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Jodie Foster, obviously. Okay.
Dexter.
Oh, Paddington's. We gotta wait for Pat. Well, all right, guys. Before we get going on our axe/ass throwing contest, can I start anybody off with a delicious IBC root beer or perhaps a San Pellegrino?
No, you're not gonna upcharge me. No, thank you, sir.
All right. I'll get into
Just
the rules
tap water.
soon. Just some. Tap water. Okay.
Look here, Pippin. I'll take Alizé. It's not for me. It's for the bitches.
All right, that's one Alizé. And what is Steph? What's Steph? Are Steph, are you in this one?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. Water for me.
Okay, waters. This is great. This is gonna be a good day. I can tell. I'm gonna walk out of here with $20. $20 in tips. Oh, Paddington's here. Can I interest you in something? Please don't order a hot tea. That's a really big process for me.
Well, I'd like just some marmalade, please. Just some. And if you can throw a little Coke in there, that would be very, very prime.
Perfect. Two things we don't have. All right, great. Why don't we get into...
Excuse me, is this little bear asking for cocaine? That sounds like a recipe for a disaster, Pippin. That sounds like you're letting your hoes run the train. That sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we do actually, I'm sorry, we do have one rule with the axe ass throwing contest. No cocaine. Sorry, no cocaine. That we had a very bad axe to ass accident when that happened. And remember to keep the axes away from the asses, because then it will become an axis of evil.
So I guess I'm actually just like a little bit confused here. What are the rules for this thing?
The rules are you have to twerk while you throw the axe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's an ass and axe.
Seems a little bit below me.
Look here. Axe to ass costs 3 times the amount that this young man is going to be charging for this event. So I don't know if I will be approving of this.
Your Cat Williams blows us all out of the water.
It's throwing me off.
It's
I
so
don't
good.
know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I'm like, I guess I'll just be serious, Jody.
I can't get to a.
Sorry, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
Laboratory, no.
I can't get to a higher register though because of my sinuses. I'm sorry.
Actually, perfect. Dude, the axe to ass ratio.
Yeah, I was gonna do a Dexter twerk.
Yeah.
Good one.
Oh, you missed it. Sorry, guys.
$400.
$100.
Sorry. Yeah.
Pippin ain't free, Alex.
Listen.
Who's Alex?
All right. So yeah, if you just want to take care of this whenever you're ready, you've all been sitting here for 45 minutes and been done with your food. I'd like to turn this table over. So please, if you just I'm going to leave. Did you see I left the bill? Did you see how I set it up right like that?
So the real question is, we should tip on the pre-tax amount, right?
Yeah. No.
It is not pimping to tip. So unfortunately, I cannot help you with this particular situation. I'm going to be taking myself to the parking lot to enjoy this nice blunt that I had rolled for me prior to showing up to this California Pizza Kitchen establishment. Good day, sir.
Can we could we pay a Dexter twerk? Because I'm really regret we didn't see that. Could we pay for the bill?
The shop is closed. The laboratory is closed.
Well, I think that was one of the best impression offs we've done.
Ever.
I would say, Alex, when Alex gets back, please put that down for impression of the year. Because I didn't laugh every single time Winston broke into Cat Williams. I totally kept my
Hitman's wife's cuckold donated $20. That bear is my spirit animal. I love you all, but Brett is best baby. Also, it's criminal that In the Heights didn't make more.
Mm-hmm.
Alex agrees.
Yes. But
pimp down.
Thank you for the donation.
The tax on the sub tax. That broke me.
You and I spent yesterday with me bagging on Jimmy Fallon for always breaking, and I can't do anything on the show without laughing hysterically at what anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
maybe it's I don't know the way the screen's set up. I have too much of a visual of what's too funny.
I mean,
also
it's been hard also today getting our thoughts out because the Schmoebots have been coming in so fast. So, but keep it up, guys.
So furiously, like the fifth highest grossing Schmoedown franchise of all time, yo. Amazing, absolutely amazing. All right, well, Alex, let's now that you're back, thank goodness. Tell Paddington we said what's up. Do me a favor and let's read the Schmoebots that we have so far, sir.
Some of the Streamlabs we got are from Kristian Vilstrup, who just says, yes, I do. Okay. That was from an hour ago, so I don't remember the context of that. So let us know in the chat. You don't have to Streamlab that in, but if you want to, please. Okay, and then next we got Craven Moorhead, who's saying, Happy Canada Day to my fellow Schmoes of the North. While Michael J. Fox is one of the most well-known Canadians, I highly suggest looking up athlete humanitarian Terry Fox. As of April 2020, over $800 million has been raised in his name for cancer research.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Happy Canada Day. Canada Day is hard to say. Canada Day.
Canada Day. Order the order. Order the order. Order the order.
Order. Kate.
I want to do that. Fuck.
You just start. For the audio listeners.
Sometimes when I get nervous, I stick my
Y'all are the worst. Y'all are sinusists. I want to do that so
Call me
bad.
Stuff, not Steffi. I'm with you on the sinuses.
Order. order Canada Day. Yeah, listen, happy Canada Day to our nice neighbors to the north.
I have a question. What does that mean? What is Canada like in America? It means fireworks and burgers on the grill. What does Canada Day entail?
It means, let me look it up. It means you do one.
Saying sorry to everything.
It means Tim Hortons is free today. It means that everyone has to do one nice deed for an American. And
does everybody sing their favorite Drake song? Like, how does this work?
You put on a toque and you eat some poutine.
Yeah. And
a new guy donated $20. What's your worst pizza experience?
Worst pizza experience. Is that what he asked?
Yes.
Little Caesars.
Good ones. Yeah, Little Caesars.
Worst pizza experience?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened at Little Caesars?
No, just it.
Oh, great.
It
okay,
just
pizza.
Yeah.
I would Little Caesars over Papa John's.
I would say Papa John's because apparently Papa John's thinks I've already used my one for the day, so I can't finish that sentence. But yeah, it took him 18 months to learn not to say the N-word, so I would definitely go that Papa John's is my least favorite pizza experience.
Well, it's also just trash.
Yeah, you know what? I like the garlic dipping sauce. The garlic dipping sauce.
The garlic dipping sauce. It's the garlic dipping sauce.
Caesar's pizza, their cheese bread is bomb.
Is it? In fairness, I haven't had Little Caesars in a very long time.
Yeah,
but I would
go.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, I'm a recent Domino's convert.
Oh, Domino's isn't bad when you're in a rush, but if
you stepped their game up, How you gonna come from my Domino's like that?
If you want delivery like that, yeah, Domino's is premier. But I think that lately, have y'all been to Pitfire Pizza?
Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay. Hold on. Because I know where you're going with this. We can't compare, and this is where I started to give In-N-Out people a little bit more leeway, because I don't fucks with In-N-Out because I think it's very mediocre, personally. Coming from Texas, like all the mom and pop shops left and right that actually make burgers blow In-N-Out out of the water. But I think where that argument's not fair is In-N-Out is fast food. The mom and pop shops aren't worldwide. Your Pitfire is not worldwide, delivered to you, whatever. It's like it's almost a slightly elevated mom and pop. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. I said if you're getting delivery, Domino's, you're going to get pizza, Pitfire.
But what if you're in Texas? Ain't no Pitfire. What you talking about? That's California,
well,
baby.
Then have all of that good Texas mom pa shops you just talked about. Go to Whataburger.
That's why. Well, that's fast food. That's fast food, girl. What you talking about?
Okay, wait, but Chef Boyardee's down the corner.
Chef Boyardee.
Damn. Whoa, Steph just came for me right now. Hold on. Steph is out to fucking slit my throat with these words. I've never had her vitriol, and I'm scared. I am so
Steph
scared.
just called you out your name.
Like, for real. Like, Steph's like, I'm trying to find... First of all, will someone come and get her before she comes? Pimp down! Please, Jesus, I'm so flustered. My fever came back. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
First of all, the FBI is going to cuff her any second now, so it's fine. I can tell she's getting a little wily in there. They've got the camera on.
Yeah, I'm about to get my Fed photo like this.
Also, what would I give to get that Fed photo of Steph? Are you kidding me? Like, if I could be like, somebody's like, do you have a new headshot? I'd be like, this is it. And just like, even you being locked up would be better than me done up. You know what I'm saying? But Winston, the question is worst pizza experience.
Oh yeah.
So right. It's okay if it's like it can be anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Pitfire's your worst experience?
No, we got off on a tangent of talking about our best.
Oh.
Okay, so worst pizza experience.
When I was a child, the first time I was like left on my own for an evening, I made myself a frozen pizza in the oven. And I took the stone out. We had like a round pizza stone, and I set it on the kitchen table and ate my pizza and left a series of concentric circles burned into the wood of the kitchen table.
Were your parents happy?
Oh yeah.
They were elated. They thought it was awesome.
Art.
They didn't make me go on the drive with them, I don't know, 2 hours away to get the replacement table that matched the one that they had for many, many years.
Oh. Wait, do you have siblings, Malcolm?
Yes, I have an older brother.
And you could not put that shit on him?
Not then. No.
Not then. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. That is the worst pizza experience. You had a good
I don't
one.
think anybody can beat that.
I might. I don't know. Let me think. I thought of a pretty bad one.
Ooh.
Okay, so I was like 15 and in love. Like, you know, when it's like your first love and you're like, Mom and Dad, I'm getting married to this man. Like, get used to him. And I was obsessed with him. And it was Valentine's Day. And I ordered a pizza and I put gummy bears that spell out I heart you. And then I gave it to him like, Happy Valentine's Day. And he's like, thanks, babe. And then we took it in the car to take to we were going to do like a friend's Valentine's Day. And it was in the back seat and I had his phone and a girl named Carla popped up and texted Happy Valentine's Day, babe. And so that's when I found out I was getting cheated on.
Oh. Steph, no.
I need to know the sequence of events following that.
Oh, okay. So this is when I was like, still psycho. I'm still psycho, but back then I was like, I'll throw hands.
No, like that pizza got thrown in his car.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Just like literally pizza everywhere. Pull over! Pull the car over! We were like one street away. So he's like, I'm going to pull into the driveway. And I was like, all right. I took out like all the roses he got me and just like smashed it over his head like 50 times. Yeah, and that's how the night ended.
Did he have to drive? How did you get home? Did he drive you home?
I think like we went in there because he was like telling me he didn't cheat and that this person was just saying that. And I was 15 and stupid. So it's not like I believed him, but I did not believe him at this point. And I was more embarrassed to tell my friends I have to go because some shit went down, which I should have done. So I think we stayed for a little and I just like acted like not like it. I was kind of probably pouting, but acting like it was fine. And then after, I think he drove me home. And then
you did, but I really need to know: did you smash that pizza on his car? That's really what
I think they couldn't take out the pizza sauce, just everywhere. But I saved a slice to eat as I walked.
Yeah.
Hello. This one's for me.
Yeah.
That's my snack.
Wow.
All right.
I don't think
you win. I don't have a worse pizza story than that. Holy shit, man! I'm so
I don't know what's
smart.
worse, that pizza story or our donations today.
I don't know.
Damn. Yeah.
Donations.
Yeah.
We're at 156.
$?
I think I'd rather be cheated on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think right about now.
It's also crazy to me that anybody would dare cheat on Steph Sabraw.
Oh,
that's a good point.
It's crazy to me that I've only dated toxic men. Like that was one I've like dated the whole spectrum of.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is why I'm just trying to get you with Mark Ellis. I just feel like.
Steph, were you always this smoking since like birth?
Yes.
Did you have an awkward phase? That's my question.
Yes, I did. I was definitely, in my opinion, not cute until like now in the past like 2 years. I'm like, oh, you're cute, like in the mirror. But back then, I never felt really good looking. But guys liked me. Like there wasn't.
The only reason why I ask, and this doesn't excuse anything, but I know that like people that looked awkward, I feel like didn't get any dates at all, and the people that were smoking were getting dates, and then people were being assholes because they're kids and they don't know any better. So the only reason why I ask is like, if you were smoking when you were a teenager too, you probably ended up in a lot of those toxic situations because dudes ain't shit when they're
I wasn't
young.
smoking, but I think that
as
was
Steph's lawyer, I would like to say my
approach the
client is going to plead the fifth on this one. What I would say is that I have photographic evidence to the contrary, and she is self-incriminating, and I think we should dismiss the case.
I still have the throwback photos right here. I've got young Steph photos.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
she-
shit.
No.
Oh shit!
This was in 6th grade though.
All
okay,
right.
but yeah, throw it up, throw it up.
Hold on, no, don't throw it up. We need to at least get to 250 in 5 minutes. So if we find $94 the next 5 minutes, we will show young throwback Steph. How about that? That's otherwise we'll look at it. Malcolm, why don't you send it to us in the chat? But we ain't sending it to nobody else. Y'all can see it only if we get to 250. All right. Let's at
My
least get
friend
that.
just sent me a picture of my school ID from high school. That is a whole different dude.
Yeah.
Wait, if we get to 500, drop the photo.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, Saul is still on cocaine, Bear.
Oh.
He says also casting in Hollywood is so racist, you know, that despite the fact that it takes place in Kentucky, they're definitely going to cast a polar bear.
Oh, God.
Yo, Saul is a funny motherfucker.
He really is. He went out. Yeah, I'll leave it there. He cracks me up. He's like got my brand of comedy too, where I'm like, I don't think I was smart enough to understand that particular joke, but I think it's genius. He did a whole rant the other day. I was saying that I'm sorry I didn't call. I'm addicted to Zelda, and he's like, F. Scott Fitzgerald's first wife.
Damn.
And I was like, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, I think that was genius. And then he went into, he's like, is this a video game of? And then he's like, do you just walk around New York in this video game flapping and trying to hide your success, and trying to bolster your husband's success as a novel writer while you're more successful? I mean, it was just like the most deep divey. And I was like, well, Saul's the funniest person on the planet.
Yo,
like a way that I would try to date him if I was like that guy.
He throws you off. He throws you off because of his accent. Because I hear that Jersey accent and I'm like, yo, this is an East Coast bumpkin. Nah, this motherfucker smart than a motherfucker, and it's like mind blowing.
Yeah, no, he's like, you know, because in between him, he's like, I'll break your fucking teeth. I'm gonna rearrange your chest cavity, and then he's like, I'm gonna call my buddy Neely. I'm gonna call my buddy Chrissy. I'm gonna call every one of his buddies gets like a
new guy donated $24.
Like Winsty.
Any worst
Thank
public
you.
restroom stories?
Ooh, restroom. Yeah. I remember taking a road trip up to Vegas and getting food poisoning at Barstow, and then having to pull over to a gas station and use a gas station toilet that was already just train wreck. So that wasn't great. That's what I learned how to squat poop that day.
Well, I'll tell you what. Talking about squat poop, I had stomach virus on our honeymoon.
Ooh.
But we thought it was just like, because we were in Asia, we thought it was just like travelers, whatever. So we went to this market in Hong Kong, and I was like, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. And they don't have toilets. They've got holes in the ground.
Yeah.
It was a bummer.
Yeah.
We didn't like get all over your legs.
Just like splashback.
Oh no.
Yeah. Because it was, honestly, somebody would be like, is that lady peeing? That's happening.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
So, and then Dickie cheated on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I was just trying to be as good as Steph's story.
I was.
Yo.
No, that was better. Worst shit. Okay. The one that comes to mind was done at the hands of another, a super villain in my life, my twin sister. Ooh. We were in Hawaii, and we were about like, actually, I don't even want to give away our age because it's embarrassing for her. But Okay, so I'll keep moving past that. She showered first, and then I was gonna shower. And so I was like, "Okay, Kim, hurry up. You're taking forever." And she walks out of the shower like normal and leaves. And I walk in and I get ready to go into the shower. I turn on the water. And right as I step in, I look down and I see 2 turdlets.
No.
Oh.
No. I need to call this bitch right now. Not the
Whoa.
turtlet.
Whoa.
I said, we were at the Sheraton. Did you just shart in the shower at the Sheraton? Like she recreated Clue in a fucking disgusting poop tail.
And she didn't even clean it up though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
We were young enough where my parents were there, and I like screamed bloody murder, and I'm like, Dad, get your daughter. Clean up this shit. He goes, it's actually really disgusting.
Did she do it on purpose because you were like, hurry up, Kim?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
rough.
Like, I feel like I told you, like Kim comes ready to battle. Like, if I use my words, she's grabbing a knife. Like, there is no one way. Like, it's all or nothing, and she's really mischievous. So I think there's an 80% chance she did it on purpose. There's a 20% chance it was an accident and she didn't see it. No, there's like 10%, and then there's a 10% chance that it was an accident and she didn't know how to clean it, or she didn't want to clean it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Also, I love that you said to your dad, come get your daughter.
Get your daughter.
Get your daughter.
This bitch just shit in the shower. God damn it. Well,
Nice.
speaking of
Shitting in the shower.
speaking of shitting in the shower and shitting down our legs, we done shit the bed when it comes to donations today. But I do love each and every
appreciate you all the
person.
same.
We appreciate you all the same. All y'all that did donate today, thank you so much. We get it.
Including-
It's also rent day. I get that too. I know that sometimes that has a lot to do with it. Alex, what were you about to say though?
Oh, including some other people who donated, like Ace Money, who says, "Let's confess and spill tea. I worked at a diner called Bobby's Grill in college. They screwed me out of my money before I quit before finals. In retaliation, I stole the beloved statue of Bobby the chef from the restaurant. I am 38 and I still have it."
Ooh.
You display that king or queen. I didn't
That's
catch
right.
the name at the top of it. You
That's
keep
right.
that shit on your fucking firehood mantle until you die. Firehood, fire.
A new guy donated
place, mantle,
$20.
until you die.
Robin Williams'
Yeah,
daughter
yeah.
is named Zelda after the legend of Zelda. She's a great follow on Twitter.
She's
thank you,
amazing.
new guy.
Yes,
Who?
no. Robin Williams' daughter. He named her Zelda.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh.
after the game. Yeah.
His son's in that the Me You Can't See documentary on that Oprah and Prince Harry do about mental health. His
Oh,
Robin Williams son
wow.
gets interviewed about
Wow,
that.
wow, wow.
It's really powerful.
I
Uh,
wanna watch that.
It's really it's amazing, that show.
Okay. What else, Alex?
Okay,
What else? What else?
We got Gregory Castillo donating. Doesn't say anything. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Gregory.
Greg.
Gregory.
Christian Bilstrup is back telling us why he donated and says, I was just answering the audience question. I guess my joke didn't work. Malcolm, that's a very good audience question. I saw that earlier. And the question is, do you actually read this part of the layout?
Oh. I like that. That's funny.
Last thing is that I just wanted to point out we did make 200. Kate, will you be willing to share a Nick
I
Offerman
sure would.
story?
I sure would. Nick Offerman was in a movie with my best friend Lily, and I got to go to the screening of it. It was the so do you guys remember that show, The Jinx?
No.
It was the
Documentary.
HBO show, The Jinx, about this guy who I forget his name now. Oh my God, but who like
Owes people a bunch of cokes.
Robert Durst. You remember this? The guy who like killed. They said he
And-
killed his wife. Anyway, there was a Ryan Gosling movie called All Good Things, and Nick Offerman plays the brother of one of the women that was murdered. And so I'm at the premiere, and like Lily's talking with the director, she's talking with all these people. So I'm just like standing there with him, and he was like, could not have been nicer. he was just like, well, all right. I was like, well, it was nice to meet you. And he's like, like we both felt so awkward. But he was in the movie. And he's like, well, let's see if gravity's still cool. And he just like drops a credit card and he goes, yep.
What?
He was like tasked with talking to like the +1 at this fucking screening of this movie. And he's like, we like ran out of things to talk about. He'd like indulged me long enough. And then he's just like, well, let's see if gravity's still cool. Like, it wasn't a credit. There was something. It was maybe like the screen or I don't know. Yep. I was like, I love you so much.
So cute.
But we both felt so awkward. And we had met before because Megan Mullally I'd done a movie, and that's his wife. And I'd like, when we had met, I'd been like, the way your wife treated me was like the night. I've never met anybody this nice. And he's like, oh yeah, she's the greatest human, isn't she? But he just couldn't be nicer. Anyway, guess you'll have to hear the second story another time, guys.
Yeah. Another time. Well, I want to say
Good story.
It's about time to get up out of here. So if you'll hit that, Malcolm. Yo, shout out to Malcolm, Alex Marzoña, Kate Mulligan, Brett Sheridan, Steph Sabraw. I am Winston A Marhsall, aka the Swaggy Blerd. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of SEN Live. Be sure to check out all of the Schmoedown stuff that's popping off. Be sure to check out the Inner Geekdom show if you want to get the full Loki review. Brett and Kate's Playdate tomorrow. You don't want to miss that either. All the good stuff we got going on. We have much love for each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves. Pay your rent. July 1st. See y'all next time. Peace.